Alright, sorry about that. I forgot I had the mic muted. Yeah, it looks like there was someone else who can't sleep as well. So this stream really wasn't planned. I'm just doing some farming. I need a nature essence. I'm going to ascend my, I was going to do my warlord, but I think instead I'm going to ascend my scion and use him in ED10 just to check him out. I still want to eventually ascend my warlord and my esper, but I don't really have a set plan for my esper. I just want to do it to do it because I only have the one, and I'd like to test them out in ED10, see how they do. But yeah, just a farming stream. If you got questions or something like that, please feel free to let me know. There really wasn't a plan other than I couldn't sleep, and I figured, why not? This is the team I run in B10 for the nature essences. Man, I'll be so glad when they add the ability to skip the actual intro for those. That would be awesome. That would be a good thing. A good day that will be. Oh crap, auto. There we go. Gotta remember that. You know, I've actually started it up, did other things, came back, and it was at like 40 minutes because I forgot to hit auto. It's pretty funny. That's what happens when you get old. You forget things. It happens. So that's it. Just gonna do some farming. Actually, after this, I'll check how close I am. I was doing some before I decided to get up, and I didn't check. I think I need greater essences, or the medium essences, I think is what I need. And I can ascend my scion. I like him. He looks like he'll be good in Elder Drake 10 because he does have a strip and he has ongoing damage when he strips. So if Zinnia misses the strip on the attack buff, the Scion should be able to strip it and then drop OGB on him. I plan on running him, maybe 2 Snake Ladies, because I did end up getting actually 4 Snake Ladies in one summon session. It is all I wanted, and then I got them, like, just all at once. It was pretty awesome. So, I'm thinking about running Scion, 2 Snake Ladies, Mojo, because I've just found that defense buff is just so amazing. So, I'm thinking about running him and Zinnia in ED10. See how it goes. Slightly unusual team, but that's okay. I'm also going to 6-star my Zinnia. I have all the mats, it's just I haven't really got around to doing it. I don't know why. I was gonna save up just so I have some XP, some puzzle puffs, XP puzzle puffs, so I didn't have to grind her back up from 1 to 60. But I forgot that was the plan and used them to level my second Snake Lady to 50. Then I was like, oh crap, I was gonna use them on Zinnia. Let's see. Alright, I need one. Oh wow, one of each. Okay, awesome. Then once I ascend her, I'm probably gonna stop doing this and I'm gonna go back to farming. Right now, ED10. I'm looking for Adept, Gloves, max HP percent for main stat, and I'm looking for any 2-piece or Adept bracer that has accuracy, because I still have a few units that are missing a good accuracy bracer. But that's my goals. I got everyone decently geared. My main team is pretty much almost all 5-star gear, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But it could always be better, right? Like, there are some subs that I don't have that I want, so the gear farm is eternal. Hell, the farm in general is eternal in all these type of games. Whether you're leveling, you're gear farming, your ascension or ascendant materials, whatever the case may be. I mean, there's always something that you're working towards, right? So not sure how long I'm gonna stream. I have work in like 3 hours, so maybe I'll just stream 3 hours until it's time to work. For you, my one loyal viewer, thank you for being there, man. Appreciate it. Keep me company. Where are you at in progression? Like, what are you doing? You farming? Are you even there, or are you just like sleep, half asleep like I still am? Come on, give me one of the two I need. Give me just one of the two. That'd be really, really nice. Oh, of course. Of course. How is it I'm farming 10 and I still get that the majority of the time? RNGesus has not been my friend lately. Well, I did get 4 snake ladies in one summon, so I can't say that. And that was the whole point of that particular summon session, was to go for snake ladies, so it's kind of hard for me to say RNGesus isn't my friend. But I still say it. This song reminds me of the music to an old 80s movie called The Running Man. Arnold Schwarzenegger. As far as 80 movies go, it was absolutely cheesy, and that's what was the greatest thing about 80s movies. They were all extremely cheesy. Good stuff. Best time in American history ever. Come on. Essences. Essences. Give me the ones I need. I really need more fire units. Although, I mean, I'm okay with this team. I mean, I don't really need a snake lady here, but I don't have any other fire DPS. I need to look into building another one. They were saying this is broken, that she doesn't use her ult, but it must be only on boss. So it looks like she is actually using her ult. So I know Kendrick, the pirate, is like that. He will not use his ult. Nah, she uses it. I wonder, is it a specific snake lady that is not using it? I'll have to ask. Let's open Discord. Hey, welcome viewers, welcome. I see a few more of you checked it out. Just didn't really have a plan. Couldn't sleep. Just thought, well, what the heck? Oh yes, now I just need one more medium. So I thought, what the heck? I'll get up, do some streaming before I have to work. I work in 3 hours, so likely I'll just stream the entire 3 hours. Why not? Hey Kenny, how's it going, sir? Thanks for coming out. You couldn't sleep as well? Appreciate you being here. Thanks. The sound okay? Or is the volume too low? Sometimes I have an issue with the mic, so. Oh, cool. Alright. Welcome aboard, man. It's a fun game. And it's real time. I like that. If you have any questions, Kenny, please feel free to ask. I'll be glad to help you out. The sound okay, Kenny? Can you hear me all right? Or is the music too loud and covering it up? Oh, Summoner's War. Ah, I remember that game. Quit because of the terrible rates. That's played for 2 years. Never got a Chisun, never got a Chloe, and I spent at least $200 a month on that game. Not big, I know, but it was really disappointing. I just couldn't play it anymore. Okay, so that's a really good question. And the best way to actually... Alright, I got the last one I needed. The best way to actually level up a hero at your stage is you want to run your scenarios. So the most important thing for you right now, being new, is to clear your scenarios. And here, I'll show you why. The reason why you want to clear your scenarios first is that you have treasure chests here. So those treasure chests give you amazing rewards. They give you pretty much everything you need while you're leveling up. So your focus right now should be clearing normal and then clearing epic scenarios. Like, that should be your primary goal, just because the rewards are amazing. Now, secondary, you want to make sure you're completing your missions as you're doing it. So as you're doing scenarios, if you've got a summon a unit or whatever, you want to make sure you're also doing these. That is your number 1 and number 2 priority. Clearing scenario, doing your missions. Now, once you've done your missions and you've cleared your scenario and you're looking at legend, then you want to see how far you can get in legend. If you're not getting very far, due to you don't have gear or due to your units just aren't leveled, then you want to pick an epic scenario. So you want to go to epic and you want to go to 5-1. 5-1 is really efficient, and you just want to farm this over and over and over and over again. And level all your units. Make sure you select a main team and start leveling them all here. Once you've done that, then go back in the board, then go back into legend and start moving through. And when you get stuck, start farming. Repeat that farming process again. So that's really what you should be doing. Now, after you've done all that, you're like me, you've cleared legend, you've got a good team, you've got them geared because you've been farming gear in either Elder Drake 10 or Steel Widow 10 or whatever the case may be. Then to level units, you can actually put them in your run. So when you're farming the boss, you can just throw in the unit that you want to level. Maybe get it to 20 or 15, which is pretty easy in a scenario, and then go back to farming your gear. The reason why is, especially if you're free to play, you want to multitask. You want to make the most of your resources. And while your unit will not get as much XP here as it would if you were farming Legend, because in Legend I get 3600 XP, and when I have one unit, when I'm farming ED10, I get about 2300 XP, 2400 XP. So I'm sacrificing about 1k of XP, but the trade-off is I'm also farming gear, which you need to do, and I'm also getting gold still, And those two things are huge because gold, you're going to fly through it. And the best way to get gold is to do gear farming. So that's the way you want to look at leveling heroes. Scenarios, and then once you're at a later stage of the game and you've cleared all the legend scenarios, then you can level them when you're farming gear. But I really wouldn't recommend doing more than one unit if you're going to use your boss farming to level, because depending on your team, unless you know your team, your 3 of your party members can solo the boss. If you go with 2, then you're going to be pretty bad off. Okay, alright. Yeah, that happens. You want to make sure that you do have friends. Here, let me check my list. I'll see if I have someone who... I kick people after 24 hours of inactivity. So if I have someone that hasn't been on in that long, I'll kick them and I'll invite you. You can use my rep. Unfortunately, everyone looks to be logging on my list. I don't have anyone I can kick at the moment. But if you want to send me an invite, I'll like make a note of your name, and when I have a spot, I'll invite you. Oh, you're in a different server? Oh, okay. Alright. I'm on... How do you tell what... That's a good question. How do you tell what server you're on? Normally, it's like, you know, that little list here that says you're in global or you're in Asia. Ah, you're in Asia. Okay, now I'm US. Or global server, I guess it's called. Sorry, man. I would have been happy to help you out. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, then it would be global. Or US. In most games, they just call the US the global server. Okay, yeah. Where is my Scion? Oh, there he is. There he is, like right in front of my face. Alright, got enough mats. Let's do it. Wait, what? I got everything. There we go. That was weird. I had everything, but it told me to go do bosses. Bam. There we go. Yeah, I plan on using this guy in ED10 just to see how he does. I needed more ascended units anyway. I need to get a variety. I really need another fire DPS, but I heard he is just terrible, so I haven't bothered to invest in him. He could be good as he strips. Which one? Oh no, this is the Fremon. This one's the Fremon for 7-day logins. The water version. The nature one, I just got lucky in a pool. So, and I haven't looked at this guy. Let's take a look. We'll see what he's good at. So he marks. Mark's good. You'll do more damage. Push back. He is not that great looking at his kit, because he really only brings Mark to the mix. That is it. I don't see... Okay, so this could be good. Now, what could make this good is deals bonus damage to each effective enemy for each debuff or buff on it. So if you look at my Widow runs, I have a lot of debuffs that'll be on Widow. So his skill 1 could hit pretty hard depending on what the multiplier is for each debuff that's on it. So I wish there was information that tells you like how much bonus damage you get per debuff. But he could be good. He actually could be good. And plus he's water, so you could bring him into no, he's not support. He's definitely not support. Because he just doesn't have enough to be support, really. And he's got lowers attack and he's got mark on skill 1. I wouldn't really classify him as a support mage, to be honest. Not me personally. I would still consider him a DPS. Even all of his skill ups most of his skill ups have to do with damage as well. He's definitely a DPS. He just brings... Yeah, I think he could work. I might have to level him. I'm gonna have to level him just to see. Because this ability could be good. It really could be good. But yeah, that's my plan. I'm also gonna... This is a unit I'm gonna start using. I think I've used her as 4-star, and she's been really, really effective. So I'm gonna 5-star level her and see how she does. But Zinnia is gonna be my next 6-star. I have enough fodder to do it. Can it replace the Earth Marksman? Which Earth Marksman? Because Marksman is actually the class, like if it's mage, so it's just a generic term. But which Marksman do you have? Like, is it a ranger? One of the rangers? Erosion is a boom light. Erosion is, I'm not sure what you mean. Erosion is a boom light. Oh, the one with the bow. Okay, so you have a ranger. Alright, so you have the nature ranger. Let's take a look. Let me see what the nature ranger is all about, and I'll let you know. Here we go. Nature. There she is. I'll take a look. So you have Maddie. Let's take a look at Maddie's skills. Automatic. Oh, that's nice. Bonus down. So looking at her, she brings slow, which honestly I haven't found slow useful. But she raises attack. She looks okay. If I'm thinking about which of these two would I recommend you using, what's her base stats? So she has a base of 204 attack. And what does the Scion have a base of? 4 stars. Oops. Where is... There he is. Okay. What's his base? He has a base attack of 231. I would say the Scion would be better. Just based on base stats. And this ability right here could be really good. It could be really good. I would use the Scion over the Nature Ranger, but I wouldn't necessarily get rid of the Nature Ranger though. I would just focus on leveling this guy first if I were you. So Water Spearman, okay, so Water Spearman really is going to be your farmer. He's going to work. He's not the best option, but that's okay. That is totally okay, Kenny. Don't be frustrated by that. He'll work. What you want to keep an eye out for is the Water Scan Berserker, though. This guy. He's actually going to be even though he's 3-star, he's going to be a better tank than your, a better farmer than your Spearman. Oh, Siege Tower, Nanj 123. So Siege Tower is a 5-star. And I always recommend that skill puffs go into your 5 stars. So if that's the only one you have, absolutely. I believe the water one is... Let me take a look at his kit. Let's see. Because I don't have any siege towers. I want the one that does OGD, which I think is... oh no, that's Dino Kit. There he is. Alright, let's take a look. Shield, of course. Provoke, blind, blocks, buff. Ongoing damage is always nice. Shield. And shield and damage reflection shows. So attack when expired explodes. Wow. Yeah, you can go ahead. Definitely you can put tutors into this guy. Because the good news here is he's going to be usable in both SW10 and in ED10, because SW10 is fire, so you're going to be able to bring him, and then ED10 is water, and you're still going to be able to bring him. So yes, putting skill tutors into this unit, it would not be a mistake. And congrats on the 5-star, by the way. Alright, so I've ascended him. I need to level him, but just so you guys can check it out, I'll do a few 10 runs. This is my team that I use. It does really good. It's slower than I like, though, because I take double support units just to make sure I live. And I also, because I'm a person who says you use what you have. So you notice a lot of people say, oh, that's terrible, you need to get something else. That is not how I roll. I understand that, you know, not everyone's going to have the best units for every situation. So I'm a big believer in take a look at what you have and make that work for you. All my YouTube videos are like that when I'm making recommendations. Always take a look at what you have. Every single time. That's the reason why I say this, because I bring a nature element to a firefight and it does just fine. But there are a lot of people who's like, oh, that's crazy, this isn't a good idea. But I don't have issues. I mean, the team unfortunately isn't 100%, it's like 98%. But I mean, otherwise he works just fine there. And he's not the one who dies. Most of the time it's Zinnia that dies, which is really odd. So there you go. But I'd be ecstatic if I had a siege tower. I really want one. Actually, I'll take any nat 5 at this point. Okay, you need light boon. So you're either hope you get lucky from a light dark disc, or look, you'll be farming on Sunday. And just so you know, when you're farming shard pieces on Sunday from the light bull, higher levels of light bull doesn't increase your drop chance. Higher levels drops more shards. So the higher level you can do, the more shards you can get, but you don't actually have an increased chance. So just keep that in mind when you're farming shards on Sunday for Zinnia. And she's definitely worth it. She's definitely worth it. Yes, so what that means, Kenny, is the bull demons, like, you know, the nature one that I was just doing, all of them drop shards for a specific unit. So you need 40 shards, if I remember correctly, to summon a unit. And after this, I'll show you, so that way you get a better understanding of it. But you need 40 shards. So as you're doing Light Bull, you can get anywhere from 2, depending on which level you're farming, from 2 to 9 shards, depending, again, on the level. And I will show you. I'll show you, so that way you get a visual on it. No, not like SDs. Not at all. Not at all. Yes, and Nanj is right. You do get 20 shards just from doing your missions. That's another reason I was saying, Kenny, at this point, you really want to clear scenarios and do missions. That should be your priority. Well, so you get 20 shards free from doing missions, and then the other 20 shards you have to get from the Light Bull dungeon. And now that we're done, actually, this is decent. Crit rate and damage. I'll keep it. Okay, so here, let me show you. Let's go back to main menu. Oh, I should just went to boss. Okay, so when you go to adventure and you go to boss raids, you see how I have Nature Bull here, and then you see the list here. So Nature Bull, as you're farming this, no matter what level you're doing, you can get these shards. Let's go to summon. Summon, you go to shards, and then champion shards. So as you're farming Nature Bull, these shards can drop, which is for Rhoda, the Nature Valkyrie, right? So when you saw me farming this, it's possible one of those shards could have dropped. The higher level that I do here, the more shards that I can get as a drop. So for Zinnia, which is the Light Boon sister, her shards drop from the Light Bull, which occurs on Sunday. So on Sunday, as you're farming Light Bull, you know, whichever level you're going to farm, you're going to get shards. And once you have enough shards, you can come in here, go to champion shards, and then you can summon her. So that's how you get it. And every bull drops some type of shards. Dark is the Dark Dryad, which is really, actually, Dark Dryad's worth farming, but he's not as critical as Zinnia. This is a staple in pretty much every team these days. So you how many ever gems you have to spend to refresh to get her, it's gonna be worth it. It really is. I don't remember which mission the champion, the Zinnia Shards unlocks at. Sorry about that, Kenny. It's. I know the game's only been out for a month, but I kind of flew through the missions. Let's see if we can see it here. It's gonna be early. I know that. It's not gonna be that. Wait, was that it? No, that wasn't it. Let's see. Actually, it might. Was it a mission? Yeah, there she is, right here. So you'll get 20 right there. That looks like chapter 6 is when you'll get it. No. So these particular rewards unlock on board 6, which is, you know, chapter 6. Okay, good. Then you should eventually get here. But what happens, Kenny, is that before you can get to this point, even if you're on chapter 6, you still have to complete all these. And not all of these are do a mission. Like, some of these are summon 1 unit. Some of them are do 3 PvP matches. So what I'd recommend you do is take a look at your missions right now and see what you need to do. Because if you've only been doing chapters and you haven't actually been looking at this... Oh, you're in mission chapter 6. Okay. Sorry about that, man. I misunderstood you. My bad. But yeah, this is where you'll get it then. Just take a look and see. When you get them, it's just going to automatically go to your champion summon shards area that I was showing you. Yes, yeah, excellent. That's 100% what you should be doing, Kenny. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the exact right thing. You want to follow the mission objectives and clear your scenarios. So you're on the right path, buddy. Just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Don't give up. And yeah, Light Boon is just critical. Light Boon really is critical. Like, yeah. Well, why didn't that work? I just noticed something. Let's take a look. Just give me a second here, guys. I noticed something is not working as I would like it, and I'm not sure why. Mountain Kitty, I see that you followed. I don't know why you didn't get the little special animation. Sorry about that. It looks like I'm going to test it here just real quick, guys. I apologize. Well, it looks like it is working. I don't know why you didn't get it, though. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. So I thought I fixed it. But thank you guys for the follow. I would have for sure... Oh god, yeah, it's gonna replace Water Boon. No doubt, Kenny. No doubt. And thanks you too for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. I was looking up why my alert didn't happen. Because I know when I follow someone on YouTube, I like to see the alert. And I don't like that mine isn't working. I'll take a look at that later. I know, so about that, like, wanting to play on the global server, what I have done in the past to play on Asia servers, for Destiny 6, I was really into that. You can actually use VPN and then select US source and then launch the game. I don't know if it works with with the Dungeon Hunter Champions if you've already started, but I know it works in most games. But it typically has to be from a new account. So once I know you only have to do it. Oh, VPN doesn't work? Oh snap, I didn't know that. Sorry man, I didn't know it didn't work. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, okay. Alright, so you gotta use an emulator. Probably like BlueStacks or Nox. And that could work. That could work. Let's see. Attack speed and defense for precision? Nah. I don't know who I would put that on. Who would I need attack speed and defense with a precise rune? I am out of energy. Yeah, you know, the same thing happened to me in another game, Nons. I know how you feel. I actually was crazy though. I spent money on that, and then I used VPN and I started all over. I just abandoned the account. I didn't spend too much. I think I spent like 20 bucks. And I was like, oh, I'm not on the server I wanted. So I just started over. But that move is not for everyone, because you're walking away from not only time, but in my case, money. No, they usually don't, Nons. What happens if they do give you the option where you can change accounts, it usually works like Summer Award, where you keep, you know, your all your stuff that was on your Asia account, but when you switch to the global, you only get, you know, you start all over basically. Your monsters and all that doesn't transfer over. But I mean, it is still a cool option because you don't actually lose your stuff. You know, you just, once you switch back to Asia, all your stuff you had is still there. That's if they decide to add something like that down the road. The developers are actually pretty vocal in their Discord. If you guys haven't, I would recommend going there and just, you know, asking them that question. Usually Gameloft Sean, he's one of the lead devs for Dungeon Hunter Champions. He's really good at responding to people, and believe it or not, the devs are in Discord quite a bit talking to people, like all the time. How much shards you get in Demon Bull King for a unit? Well, again, Kenny, how many shards you get depends on what level of Demon Bull you're doing. I believe I was doing 7 when I was farming it because I didn't have a strong enough team to do 10. And I think the most shards I got from 7 was 6 and 1 drop. Well, that just scared the heck out of me. There is something just ringing in my room. I have no idea what it is. Like, honestly, there is so it's just an alarm going off, and I have no idea what it is. I'm never usually up this early. I'm not a morning person, so I'm like all freaked out. What is that? Oh, I'm stupid. It's the song. I'm I'm like freaking out. I'm thinking there's like an alarm going off, and it's the song I have playing. I feel dumb. I feel dumb. All right, so this helm, do I want it? Defense, max HP. Nah, I already have enough. I have not been playing since release, Nanj. I actually came in about 2 weeks late, so I haven't been here since the beginning. I found out late, decided to give it a try, ended up really liking it. So you know, I don't know how much floor one drops, to be honest, Kenny. I'd love to tell you. I would think at most maybe 1 to 3 because it's a range, and the range doesn't necessarily match the level of the that you're running. So, and typically in games like this, the first floor can drop anywhere from 1 to 3. So I'm assuming it's gonna hold true here. So that's just my guess. I mean, don't take that as the gospel because I didn't run one at hardly at all. I think the lowest I ran when I started farming Light Bull was 5, if I remember correctly. And then once my team was a little more stable, I just started running 7, like constantly. So, and I remember 5 dropped anywhere from 3 to 4, I think, if I remember correctly. But 7 was the best for me, because 7 I got, if I remember correctly, was 6 was the most I got, and I got 6 dropped quite often, because it only took me, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 energy refills to get the last 20 that I needed. For me, it went really quick. But you know, there are other people out there who did not have that same experience. So, you know, I've heard horror stories of people spending like 10 or 12 refreshes and only getting like 5 or 6 pieces. I didn't have that, you know, but there are those out there that do have a terrible, terrible luck. Oh, excuse me. Man, this song tripped me out. I literally thought there was an alarm going off in my house, and I was trying to find it. Oh, a legendary with accuracy. Ah, but it's mortal. But it's got... Okay, this is a crazy good one. It's a legend. It's got crit rate and crit damage, max HP and accuracy. This is a really, really good one. I'm definitely keeping this. I've thought about switching my Blade Master to Mortal. I really have. Yeah, you don't. So as of right now, for current content, PV outside of PvP, right? So outside of PvP, you really don't need level 60s. That's why you notice a lot of people have a bunch of max 50 units, because for current content, a full team of 50s can clear all PvE content. So there's really not a reason. Oh, excuse me. Then the only PvP thing you do need 60s for, from what I understand, is I'm in the wrong one. On adventure is Ultimate Blitz for Epic. For Epic higher levels of Ultimate Blitz, you do need 60s. But for everything else, PvE wise, yeah, 50s are fine. That's why you notice I have like a ton of these guys, just because, I mean, I really don't have to level anything to 60. I really don't. That's why I have like just so many of these, but I am going to use them. I'm going to 6-star Marzenia, and I don't know who I'm a 6-star after that. Probably my water AA, because I already 6-starred my farmer, and the only reason I 6-starred her is because she's my farmer. Like, and the higher your farmer is, the better stats your farmer is, the faster you're gonna farm. So that's the only reason I 6 starter. Oh, actually, I wanted to look and see, because I'm thinking about, since I've never used a mortal set, you want a TK? Yeah, dude. Water TK, this guy right here is a mainstay in pretty much all the teams. Like, Water TK and Zinnia. These 2 units are, they're just key. They're really, really key units, especially when you're starting out. And the good news is this guy's a 3-star. So if you're lucky, you can get him from common summons. I've actually got him twice from common summons. The nature TK, I'm not sure about him. I've never used him. I fed him for skill ups on my water TK. But anyway, let me go back. So I think I'm going to run this guy on mortal, even though adept would probably be better. I just put everything on. I have so much adept. I want to be different. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make him mortal. Just for grins. See how it works. So when I look at his skills, I do want this buff to come up or remove buff as much as it can. But that's okay. I'm still going to try him on mortal. Let's actually, I'm going to gear him right now. Why not? I'll have anyone else that would use mortal. Which one's going to be better? Let's go with this one. Dude, I have a lot of mortal gear just because I don't have anyone I've really used it on. Thought about putting my farmer on it, but nah. Oh, this one's good. But I would prefer it have accuracy. I wonder if I have a precision that can go in there that has accuracy and attack. Adept is pretty broken, yeah. Yeah, if you look at my, here, you can take a look at my core team, which is these guys, Adept. Adept. Guess what? Adept. And I bet you couldn't guess it was going to be Adept again. So, I mean, it's just, I have a feeling they're going to nerf Adept and skill cooldown reduction in general. This isn't, I mean, but don't take that as insider information at all. Please don't take that as insider information. I just feel like it's so good, and when you look at like 90% of my team, again, Adept, like, it's all Adept. Except for this, even this guy is Adept. Like, it's just, it's too good. It really is just too good. So, and if you've ever looked at any of my YouTube videos, I try to do things that are different. You know, that's why I'm going to level this Nature Scion. That's why I run, you know, a Nature Naga in in SW10. Just because I don't want to be like the cookie cutter kind of meta. And meta's good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying following meta, what that means is you're going to be able to make a team that works for you and you know it's going to be successful because so many people have run it, so many people have tested it. Meta is good, but I like to be different, you know, just try, see if it works. Because there could be, this game is new. For all we know, the Light Fairy could be the best DPS unit in the game, but because everyone's so focused on meta, because it's early, because they want to be successful, you'll never know she's actually good, right? So that's why I like to do things outside the box, and that's why I'm putting Mortal on my Scion. Who knows? Maybe this is going to be terrible. Maybe it's not. Maybe it'll work out. We'll find out. And here's the good news for you. Because I'm the crazy guy out there doing crazy things. When I level it, if it sucks and all the money and time I spend into it, then you guys know not to do it. So it saves you money and it saves you time. Well, so farming SW10 and ED10, that is pretty much what you're going to be doing a lot of anyway. I mean, it is. It's just, this is what you're going to do. when you're kind of at where I am, and I'm not at the end, right? Because I still don't have like 7 or 8 6-star units, so obviously I have room to grow. But once you get to that point when you have a stable team that farms it, I mean, that's really what you're going to do, as you just saw. I mean, so in my opinion, don't be in a rush to get there, because some people, what happens is they rush to get to that point and then they get bored. So just take your time, enjoy the game at your own pace. Okay, we got 2 good accuracy bracers. And I do want accuracy because I need to strip and apply ongoing damage. So, unless I have a better precise one. This has got crit rate. And the thing is too, since I'm going mortal, I better have good crit rate, because otherwise it's totally pointless to use mortal. It's crit damage increase, so if you don't have crit rate on it, it's just like, why? So with that note, let me look at Keen. Do I have an accuracy Keen bracer? I don't. Hey, welcome back, Kenny. Welcome back, sir. Let me take a look here. Why am I looking at sturdy? I don't need sturdy. I don't know why I did that. Let's go back to mortal. I'm gonna go with this one because of the crit. Neither one of these are that great, and how you can tell, if you look at the subs, this would work for a support type unit because you got flat HP, which actually is good, and you got max HP, but this defense plus 8 is garbage. This is just This one's not much better, because all you get here that would benefit a DPS unit like this is crit damage. So I'm just going to go with this one. Give him more survivability, because I need the accuracy. I want to make sure he strips and applies ongoing damage. No, so the drop rate on that kind of stuff is slightly annoying. I'll be honest with you, man. I 100% feel your pain in that. I really do. That's why I was so glad when I was able to farm 10, because for Mighty it does get a lot better in 10. I'll be honest with you. But until then, I was in the same spot as you. You just gotta grind through the lower ones and hope it drops. Okay, this has got accuracy and attack speed. Probably gonna go with this unless there's a Keen that's better. This has got accuracy and crit rate, and I do need crit. And it's already leveled, so it saves me money. Yeah, we'll do this. Attack speed, dang, I got a ton of attack speed. Crap, they're all attack speed. But this one has 14% crit damage. What about for mortal? Is there a better mortal one that has attack instead of attack? Oh, look at that. There we go. This is what we're talking about. Crit rate, crit damage. That's what we want. But then I need a good Keen pair of gloves. Crit rate. Ooh. And it's already leveled. That saves me time. Let's see if I have anything better, though, before I settle. Like, what's this 5-star? Defense. Crit rate. Alright. This one's already leveled. Oh, but look at this. Oh, but it's got 14% attack. But no accuracy. I don't like that it doesn't have accuracy. I need accuracy for things to land. But, actually I don't have anything with accuracy. I'm going to go with this one for the crit rate and the attack speed. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know yet, TC. I'm probably gonna use him in ED10 because I'm just building him to see. I'm doing kind of just a test. I like to do things that are outside the box, so we'll see how that goes. I think he'll be successful. ED10 is water, so he'll have the elemental advantage. Yeah, the mass sale is going to be so nice, Notch, and the gear UI in general. I'm very much looking forward to the first update one. Thanks, man. I am too. I'm gonna... Hopefully he'll be good. I'm putting him on Mortal just because I have a ton of Mortal lying around and it's different. They recommend Adept, but honestly, I'm so sick of using Adept. It almost feels like Adept is the cheat code now. So I wanna do something different other than Adept all day long. There we go. Alright, oh hey, and I got an achievement. Awesome. I think that's the last one I needed for gear sets. Yeah, that's the last one I needed for gear sets. Sweet. Okay, I got him. I just gotta level him. I'm debating on, should I just 6-star my Zinnia right now? That means I have to go back to scenario farming. Because she's my tank in SW10, I at least want to get her 30 before I start leveling her in there. That's the only problem. And I think I used all my XP Fuzzle Puffs last night. Because I forgot I wanted to use them for Zinnia. Yeah, I did. Darn my forgetfulness. I might as well level this guy right now. Pizza. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm just kind of I have a little bit of a hoarder in me. So I just keep stuff. Here we go. Promote. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Puzzle Puff cereals. Ha! I like the cut of your jib, sir. That was pretty good. Let me see. How many 20 stars do I have right now? Or 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5. So I have 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4 times 5. Yeah, 20. 23. So I need one more, and I can also 5-star her, or her. I'm not sure which one I want to do. She has worked out really well, even as oh, TC's around a lot. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know which one. Probably her. Because I've used her even as a 4-star and she's actually done really well. I used her in, you know what? Let's see if she'll still work. So if I wipe, don't blame me. This is one of those crazy things I'm going to show you. I don't think I've tried her in here. Let's be crazy. If I fail, I fail. I don't care. Let's try it. I've tried her in other places, but not here. And she's worked at 4-star. So we'll see. She's going to get one shot. Then the boss is going to AoE and the run's going to be over. But who cares? It's only 8 energy. I don't care. Maybe my supports will be able to carry her through. I am running like a lot of support in this. That's why it's a slower run. The question is, will I be able to kill the boss? Yeah, I know. Dark Ranger is really good. When her event was up, I remember people were like, oh, she's a terrible unit. I'm not going to bother getting her. So I just went ahead and did the event because, I mean, it's a free unit. Why wouldn't you do it to get a free unit? And I've just been using her here and there, and she's honestly worked. Like, everywhere I've taken her. Is she going to work here? I doubt it, but it's 8 energy. And it's interesting to see if it can be done. To me, at least. Her attack speed buff I don't think is going to do anything for us. Now, if I had my Snake Lady in this group with it, the attack speed would help because she would use her skill 1 more. But none of these guys have anything interesting on their skill 1, so except for Zinnia. So she'll get more armor breaks out because of the attack speed. Oh, you know what? And I do need to fix my alert box. While we're farming this to see if I'm successful, let's see if I can get that fixed. Is that 100% shield uptime? Yeah, because I'm stacking Nagas. Nagas are awesome. If you get a Naga cha-ching, because Nagas are really, really good. The great thing about Nagas here is you notice that the boss drops OGD, right? Nagas on skill 1 return debuffs back to the boss. And why that's good is because on this guy you do need to stack OGD, and so they help you get stacks because they're constantly, as you see, like they don't have the debuff because they're returning it to him. Likely though this is gonna fail. I don't think she has enough damage to kill him before he AoEs, and that is coming up really soon. There it goes. Yeah, using her I just lose too much damage because you need to kill him before he does that. Yeah, Dark Ranger has dots. Yes, she does. That's one of the reasons I wanted to build her. I noticed that, and it's on skill 2, and skill 2 is a 8-second cooldown. Here's the downside though. It is an AoE ability, so she applies dots to everyone that she hits with that ability. The downside is she can't stack her own dots. She can only apply them once. So you can't get multi-stacks with her, so you want to run her with another OGD. What she does is she just makes sure that you always have at least one stack on the boss or whatever you're attacking. And that's really, I mean, she's really good. I like her. The attack speed, and she's nice. She's nice. I'm really looking forward to building her. I just need one more 4-star unit. Actually, I just gotta decide. I got a bunch of 4 stars I'm probably never gonna build. Like, I'm thinking about eating this Dino Kid. So I'm never gonna build it. I'm positive I'm never gonna build Dino Kid. I'll leave that to another crazy person like myself who builds stuff just because. Dude, when did I get a Fire Scion? I don't even remember that. That's what happens when you get old, boys and girls. Yeah, I think I'm gonna eat my Dino Kid. I might switch to leveling mode here. Yeah, Dark Ranger's really good though, Nanj. Just you want to make sure you protect her, so make sure she's got units to support her. Dark Fox Assassin. You know what? I haven't. Is she pretty good? I haven't taken a look at her. I've gotten a lot of 3-star dark units, but not her. Another good unit, guys, to keep an eye out for that's dark is Hag, Dark Hag, or Bubba Kruk. I used her everywhere for a daughter because I didn't have a Snake Lady yet, and she works really well. Like, really, really well. Her abilities are awesome, and she does a ton of damage. I'm actually gonna, if Scion doesn't work out very well, I'm going to go back to using my Dark Hag. But I'm hoping Scion works out. I mean, I have a weird build. He's going to be crit accuracy with Mortal. So he should hit pretty gosh dang hard. He should. And then he's going to have the accuracy to make sure that he can strip, because stripping is important. You don't want the Elder Drake boss doing that second roar with the attack buff on, because it is likely going to one-shot you. So the more strip you can have, the better. You want to make sure your strippers have a good amount of accuracy. I think my Zinnia is at like 90. I'm having a terrible time gearing my Zinnia. I'm not getting the drops I need for her. Just a horrible, horrible time. She's way too paper at the moment. Alright, this song is too wishy-washy for me. Oh, that hurt my Snake Lady. She didn't have a defense buff on. That's why that hurt her. One of the things, I don't know if it's intended, but it seems like even if a unit is within range of buffs, they're not getting them. Because there's a lot of times I'll see where I'll see a Naga buff defense or buff shield, and then I won't see the unit standing. Oh, that's annoying. So It crashed. That's what happened. Gameloft is already aware that, you know, the Windows client still needs work. So I'm just waiting for when it's 100%. It's a bummer when it crashes in your streaming. And it seems like I've watched other Dungeon Hunter streams and they don't crash nearly as much. I think Jew Bagel is the only one that I've seen that has issues crashing sometimes, like myself. But I watched Claytano and his are pretty solid. I haven't seen him crash. That's okay. It's a quick fix, just start her back up again. Come on. I really need... I know. Only because she already has it, but I really need Adept HP gloves. And Adept HP shoulders. Percent, not flat stat. For main stat. Hang in there, Nonj. Hang in there, man. You'll get them. You'll get them. It takes some work, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. And if you could just walk right in and get it with no issues, then you'd probably get bored, right? Then it's going to be too easy. So just hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Now this is my, just so you know, I'm a big believer in stability over speed. And that's why I'm running this particular group. But I do have one that does it in like a minute 10. Or not minute 10, excuse me. A minute, usually a minute 30, a minute 20, but it's not as stable. Like, I can definitely wipe pretty easy in it, because what I do is I take out believe it or not, my water, Naga, and I put in Alia, the Fireblade Master. I'll show you. It's much faster, but it's just not as stable. And really, you don't want to sacrifice stability for speed. I only have that team and use it if I'm like pressed for time and I know I don't have that much time to farm, so I'm gonna go out with the family or whatever the case may be. So I'll run my speed team, try to get some gear in. Because what Alia does is she makes the waves that much clearer. That's really the only thing she's there for, is to clear the waves really quick. And then the Snake Lady and the other Naga is really what kills the boss with ongoing damage. Where I get into trouble with that one sometimes, if they don't strip the invulnerability off the boss pretty quickly, then with my speed team, then it's usually a wipe. Because someone gets one shot at some... Aw, man, come on. Couldn't this be 6-star? Watch, I'm gonna show you this, and then I'll wipe. That's okay. Well, I don't want to say you can't do it. You're just not gonna be... You won't be able to do higher levels, and even then, maybe you could do higher levels. See, and that's the problem. It's not really a problem, but that can be the issue with meta, right? Like you just said. Like, you're like, well, I can't do it until I get Zinnia. But that's not necessarily true. One of my YouTube videos, there was a discussion I had in Discord because someone was saying, well, Monas is required. You need Monas everywhere. He makes your runs faster. Well, I did a YouTube video that basically proved that wrong because people get in such the mindset that they have to use these units that they don't build anything else. They don't do anything else. So what I did was I took Monas out of one of my teams and I didn't use his, I took his leader skill because it was the leader skill it came down to, that you had to have his leader skill. And it made runs so much faster. Well, I went to floor 10 of, I want to say it was Light Bull, and I showed what my run times was with Monas leader skill, and they were like a minute 40. And then I showed what it was without his leader skill using an attack leader skill, and it was way faster. It was like 15 to 8 seconds faster. And the point is, like, don't necessarily think just because everyone else has it, it's the only way to do it. Because there could be another solution. For instance, Dark Dryad. Like, see that? Like, it's 40 seconds faster using my speed team. But Dark Dryad is an awesome healer. Oh, you don't have another stripper. Okay, so the real issue is you don't have a stripper. You need a stripper. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. I get it. And she's an easy stripper to get because you could just farm for her. There we go. Val finally got it. I am slow on the uptake, but it finally clicked. I do like this team. It's so much faster. It's just it's not stable. What usually happens is either Zinnia dies or my Blade Master dies, and anytime someone dies on this boss, when the boss is spawned, he'll do that AoE laser, and if he AoE lasers, it's pretty much a wipe. So that's the only reason this team fails sometimes, is because one of those two die. Like, the funny thing is, my Nature Naga never dies, but when I swap in my Water Naga, my Water Naga will die. It is the oddest thing, so that's why I run Nature, even though it's an opposing element. It's just so weird. I don't get it, but it works for me. It works for my team, so I don't worry about it. Alright, let me take a look at this, because I keep forgetting to fix it. Let's go here. So long ago, dreaming of the world she used to know. So long ago. Sorry I'm quiet, guys. Reading about why Nanj and Kenny didn't get alerts. Plus, I'm starting to get tired again, but there's no point for me to go back to sleep. My alarm goes off in 50 minutes for work, so I'm just gonna stay up. Having insomnia sucks sometimes. Alright, I'll try that. Let's see. What was that? Sorry. Oh, yes, I did. I did, Nanj. That's actually, what my, the majority of the gear on my Blade Master, my farmer, is from the Master Pack. If you're only going to buy one thing in this game, like, I highly recommend it be the Master Pack. It is very worth it. Oh, so when you followed, you did get your alert? Alright, I didn't see it. That's the thing. I didn't see it or hear it. So then it's on me. Then I'm looking at it for no reason. Okay. My bad. Thanks, Naj. You're the first person that told me that they got the alert. And, because I thought it was broken last stream, so I didn't hear it, but it's good to know. Thank you. Thank you. So I was looking at it for no reason. Maybe I've got to increase the volume on it so I can hear it. I hate missing follows. I like to acknowledge people that are here and follow me on the stream. I really appreciate it, guys. I do. This is just so much faster. It's just, I know, don't let how smooth this is going deceive you, though, because really this only has about a 95% success rate. What happens is a lot of times someone will get low and Zinnia's heal will be on cooldown. Oh, 6-star, but it's move speed and crappy subs. This is just awful. But it sells for 22k, so that sort of makes it worth it. Because you're going to fly through gold in this. I mean, you are going to fly through gold. And this is the best way to make it. Like, I actually recommend all... Yeah, I don't either. I really don't, Naj. I have no idea what move speed is for. Like, it is the most useless stat in the game currently. Like, I guess if they made future content where the boss's effects happen quicker, then there would be a use for move speed. But as of right now, even at base move speed, your units have plenty of time to move out of the way of effects. You think so? Okay. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I can't imagine they would put a stat in there for no reason. You think so? Okay. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they got up their sleeve for us. I'm really looking forward to co-op, especially as a streamer. So we'll be able to do things like have our subscribers. Well, I don't have subscribers yet because I'm not a partner. But when I do, because I'm eventually going to get there, I'll be able to do co-op with my subscribers. Looking forward to it. Really am looking forward to it. To both, being a partner with Twitch and to co-op content. Also, Guild War is going to be fun. What attack unit would I need? Max HP over crit rate on Mortal. Nah. Nah. So, this is my speed team, TC. So, this team is not. I just put this team in there to show you guys the difference in clear times. Like, I clear this, as you saw, in under 1:30, like always. But it's not stable. This is about 95%. The other team I was using, which takes about 2 minutes, so it's 40 seconds slower, that one is 100%. But sometimes I get impatient. I don't know why. It's really weird. It's one of those things, because I preach this in my YouTube videos, I preach this when I'm on stream, is never sacrifice stability for speed. But sometimes I just get impatient, and I hate that my stable team takes 2 minutes. I really do. It just annoys me. So I'll switch to this team and for fast clears. And then I'll wipe and be like, oh, wow, I just wasted 8 energy, and I'll switch back to my stable team. I wish I could speed up my stable team, but I can't figure out how. I don't know what's the secret sauce for making that faster without sacrificing stability. I think if I could somehow get, if I were to go back to ED and farm that and get better vital gear, then I bet I could, my Water Archangel would be able to make my stable team faster. But I'm not positive on that. I'm not positive. That's just a thought. Because really, the Water Archangel doesn't bring much. It's not a DPS unit. Even though, okay, what is this? Defense HP on Vampire. That would definitely go on a farmer. If I already have 2 farmers and they both have Vampire, I'll keep it. Maybe they'll add a unit that, like Bubba Kruk that sacrifices HP, and you'll want them on Vampire. But anyway, Water AA doesn't really bring DPS. So it's hard for me to work him in. He's more about survivability and PvP. Because I currently have him built... I used to have him built Adept when I used him in my SW runs. But he had no HP. And he still has no HP. Like, 48k, this is like so subpar for a lot of the high-end... Not even high-end, even mid-range Water Zevrons I've seen out there. Like, I've seen some with 80k HP, which is crazy. Like, and the thing is this, my Vital Gear. Like, it's not the best. It really isn't. And I bet you that they don't run attack speed here. They probably run HP. Now, the reason why I run attack speed is if you look at his skills, Sacred Spear is a heal when Divine Judgment is up. So the more attack speed you have, because this is skill 1, the faster this attacks, the more heals you're going to get. So that's why I run attack speed here instead of HP. But if I did run HP, that'd give me, you know, that'd get me up there to mid-range Zevrons. But the other 2, I do run HP. And also, I don't have these plus 15 because honestly, the sad part is he's on the sidelines for me. He's one of the most desired Nat 5s, and I don't use him, which I mean, it just makes me sad because of my PvP team. I don't need him. My PvP defense team, I guess I could use him there. I don't think I'm using him. Yeah, I'm not. This is my defense team. I could. This guy, honestly, is awesome. He is awesome. But I don't really see who I would take out for him. I could take out Alia and just make the defense a troll defense. Actually, let's just do it. We'll see how I do. If I start falling in rank, then we'll know this was a bad choice. But we got to get some use out of him, right? I mean, he's a 5-star. He is good for defense, Saw? Okay. Alright. Well, I threw him in there. We'll see how he goes. Dude, because, I don't know. Like, what do you want? You're probably thinking I should probably swap in a Naga. Or Amethyst. So you're thinking, I'll do that. So now I have like a ridiculous amount of sustain, and that's a really annoying team. That's a lot of sustain. I mean, that is a lot. I could put in a Naga for the shield, but shields don't really matter. You just burn through them in PvP. Sustain, raw sustain through heals is much better. Yeah, timeout. I figured that's what you were thinking. Let's do it. We'll leave it. We'll just leave it. I want to get some use out of this guy. I mean, I don't use him anywhere, so... And he's a 5-star, which just seems like a shame. So, at least that gives him purpose in his life. Actually, I don't want to go there. Dude, I have... Oh, that's right. I needed refills. I'm really liking this 20 gem energy refill event, and they increased the max energy that we have. Thank you, GameLoft. I've got a lot of farming done because of it. Yeah, I like Zevran. I mean, I was really happy when I pulled him. It's just he doesn't work in PvP or PvE that well. I mean, because he's just a meat tank. He is. What I used to use him for now, before I pulled the Snake Lady, I used to use him in ED10 because my team was really slow and I couldn't kill it before the AoE laser. And the great thing about Zevran is on Adept, because I used to have him on Adept, and with Monas' skill cooldown, is his invulnerability was pretty much always up. So how I was able to do this at only about an 80% completion rate was using him, because his invulnerability was up almost a lot. It was up a lot. So when he did the AoE, it never damaged me, because invulnerability prevents you from taking any damage. They can still land debuffs on you, they can still land ongoing damage on you, but it does 0 damage. Immunity, just to tell you that immunity means they don't land debuffs on you, but they still do damage. So that's how I was doing this before I got my Snake Lady, was just through Zevran's invulnerability, which worked really great. I mean, at 80%, if you want to call 80% really great. But it got me in here. It got me the gear I needed to keep progressing, so. But once I pulled my Snake Ladies, I completely redid the whole team. I came up with this, see? That's what happens a lot with this particular team. But once I got my Snake Ladies, I built 2 different teams, a really stable team, and then this speed team. No, I can't imagine needing defense on precision, on gloves. Because that would mean it's a defense unit, and I typically don't gear my defense units for precision. I think she is at 106%. I'm trying to lose the last 6% and put it into another stat, but I'm not getting lucky with gear, unfortunately. We'll take a look, but I'm pretty sure it's 106% accuracy. And my Blade Master's on 100% crit. My Monas is on, I think, 95% accuracy. And my Naga is, I think he's at 90. And Zinnia, I think, is at 85 or 87. I'll show you after this run. So that way you know the stats I have. I mean, I like my team. I like this speed team. It will be stable once I get better Adept gear with HP main stat and HP substats. And I want both HP substats. I want flat HP and I want HP percent. So on gloves, bracer, and shoulders, I want HP main stat with defense, accuracy, flat HP, and I'm not really too picky about the 4th. And then on the neck, head, and chest, I want both HP percent and flat HP flat substats, as well as accuracy. That's how I build my support units. That's how I keep them alive when I'm using Adept. And I also want to go back to Elder Drake and get more vital gear, because that's only going to help. I'm all about HP. Because you want to live. 6-star, Adept. This resistance is... I'll keep it. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a unit that I want to use it on eventually. So let's take a look. Champs, and you asked for Fire Snake. There we go. Yeah, oh, 109. But I am honestly trying to ditch this 9%. This is pointless. Having anything over 100 is absolutely pointless. So I'm trying to find gear pieces where I can replace and ditch some accuracy. I think my mistake was plus 15, was taking this to plus 15. Because there really wasn't a reason to. But I did it because that gives me more wiggle room to move stuff out. So like I can ditch 2% here. Let's see if I can do it. Because I don't need that 2%. Do I have a better precise? Nah. I don't want to switch out a 4-star with a 4-star. I just don't. Not only that, none of these are HP percent. So I have to have HP percent there. This has 5. get a new chest. Let's see. Adapt. Crit damage doesn't really matter to her. I mean, because your damage is coming from dots. That's why I'm not going to switch to this. Crit rate, crit damage would be pointless. Funny, we did just get this. This would be slightly more useful than this. Because I don't need the accuracy, crit damage is useless, move speed's useless, this resistance is useless. At least here, auto attacks would do more, and I would be slightly more resistant, but the benefit is I would get more HP. Huh, this could work. It'd get rid of 5%. What? You're crazy. Dark Pirate looks amazing. Okay, Saw, you gotta give me, why does Dark Pirate suck? I've gotta hear this, because the guy looks amazing on paper. Like, his damage sucks ass. What is he a damage unit, though? Or is he a support unit? Because that's the one that has the attack buff, right? And then the OGD on skill 2. I think they took him out of the book, so I can't even look in the Hero Collection log to see it. I'm pretty sure they took all pirates out. Nope, they didn't. Here we go. Alright. Right there. Yeah, yes, dude. How does this suck? Oh, look at this. Drops an increment target with damage in the impact area. Ah, see, it looks like he's more of a PvP unit. I would still take him, though. Because he's very similar to this pirate that I use. And this guy is awesome. Like, he does amazing damage. And they're pretty much similar. The only thing is he doesn't have the anchor skill for skill 3. He has bombardment. This bombardment does crazy damage in PvP because it ignores defense. That's why I have him on my offense team. Or ignores defense. I said ignores damage. It ignores defense. Hey, why did the music stop? What's up with that? Let's find some new music. There we go. Music's back. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'd have to... I don't have it, so I can't really comment. But the Nature Pirate does great damage. And it looks like the Dark Pirate is pretty much the same thing. Except for skill 3. Maybe that could be it. Maybe the skill 3 on Nature Pirate is better because it's more damage oriented. And the skill 3... Oh, and that controller message was because of my, I use an Xbox 360 controller when I play Steam games. And I bought this new wired USB hub, and I think it's terrible. Every now and then, for no reason, you don't touch anything and it just drops offline. It's so annoying. I'm gonna buy a new USB hub. And that's a bummer. Well, and then how do you have a build? Like, how do you have your Dark Pirate built? So I have mine Keen Precision for my nature. He's at like 100, because the thing about him is all of his abilities happen on crit, and I'm assuming the same as with Dark. Attack, crit rate, HP. What is mine? Pretty sure that's the same on me. No, I'm attack, crit rate, accuracy. I did not have HP on him. He's pretty squishy. He is pretty squishy. Oh, dude. Bugged. So the second bug slash crash of the stream, and I know they're fixing it. It's just a bummer. I always like to say that when this bugs out, this was always the one where I was going to get my accuracy precision bracer. Oh, it's such a bummer. This is the worst. So I'm going to have to restart it. It's the worst when that happens. So that's okay. It happens. Such is life, right? When life gives us lemon, we should make lemon cake. I'm still hoping I get Dark Pirate. I was gonna do the push in PvP this week, but I think like all of the elite people who want to be first in line to get it are gonna push super hard this week. So I'm gonna try to get it with the second wave next week, and I'm really gonna make an effort. I'm even saving my PvP energy. I'm just doing the daily quest, and then I save it. So that way I'll have a stockpile to use next week. Because I plan on next Sunday, I'm willing to drop up to 1,500 gems on arena refreshes to get them. Because what you do, unless you have a really awesome troll defense, meaning that you can time out your opponents every single time, you're really not going to be able to get it just by normal progression during a week, you know, climbing up during a week. So if you have a good AO team, arena offense team, what you do is you wait till an hour before reset and you refresh and you just kill. Put the best troll defense that you can for that 1 hour time period, and your whole point is to kill people as fast as possible to climb the ranks. That is sniping. So if you can snipe it that way, because you know you have a strong AO, but you have a weak AD, that's going to be your best bet. And my AO is pretty dang good. So I'm going to go and I'm going to try to snipe it next week. And I'm going to keep the defense I have right now. And I'm honestly willing to drop 1,500 gems to get them. I really am. But we'll see. We'll see. Saw's not helping me with his, they're not really that great. So that makes me a little nervous, but that's alright. I might still do it. I don't care. I'm crazy. I might still do it. And then I'll get him, and I'll be so disappointed I spent 1,500 gems. Like, life sucks. Why is this guy awful? I should have listened to Saw and saved myself 1,500 gems. It can happen. It can happen. And it wouldn't bother me if it did. At least I'll know, and then I'll be able to tell you guys, don't do it. Or I'll pull them. Oh god, that would be even worse. That would be, it's like, oh, I spent 1,500 gems, next summon Dark Pirate. That would be so horrible. Oh, that actually happened with my farmer. When I started, I was like, oh, I got Spearman, and Gameloft says, hey, use Spearman, he's a good farmer. So I got him 5-star, I got him max, and then right when I got him max, I pulled Water Scan Berserker, and I was like, are you serious? Like, I mean, instantly, the very next summon after I maxed him was Water Scan Berserker. So then I was like, alright, I switched gears and I leveled my Berserker because he's just he's a better farmer all around. He's faster and he's not as selfish. He brings at least some utility to your teams, meaning you can use him in some of your other places and not just for farming, which is good. Because in the beginning, especially if you're free to play, multitasking is super important and being efficient with your resources is super important. So the ability to use your farmer as a farmer and as DPS for a free-to-play person is just awesome. Water Monkey, we'll take a look. I'm not sure. I heard, I'm not trying to be discouraging, Nonj, not at all, but I've heard that the monkeys in general aren't good, but I haven't used mine, so. Oh yeah, see, and Noog agrees. Unfortunately, that's just what I've heard, Naj, that none of the monkeys are really worth investing. But I mean, you know, look at your team. Let me look at it. Let me see if it's like salvageable. Because here's the thing, and don't worry if someone says this is not the best, right? Because if it's the best for you and it's the best you have, then it's irrelevant if someone thinks something else is better. Because again, it's the best for you. So let's take a look. I have no idea what Water Monkey King does. Let's see. What do you do, sir? Okay, that's not that great. Okay, so you have a strip. I mean, that's good. Okay, so here's the thing. I remember Game Loft saying something about Raze's crit being like a very desirable skill because not a lot of champions have that ability. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's what this lets you do is like if I were to run this with my Dark Pirate, then I would be able to run my not my Dark Pirate, sorry, my Nature Pirate or my Alia. I'd be able to swap out some crit rate for another stat because I can get max crit from his skill. Okay, this is interesting. So his third, his ult, ignores shields, and it's a guaranteed crit. This could be useful. So think about this. Think about this. This is going to be an AoE, right? So you think about this in PvP terms. This could be really good. You built this guy mortal because you know this is already going to crit. You don't even need to worry about crit rate with this guy. So you build him mortal, stack as much crit damage as you can. Crit damage, that's all you stack. Crit damage and attack. You don't care what you have to sacrifice to get it. You make him squishy. And what you do is in PvP, offense, not defense. This guy would suck on defense. But on offense, you go in, you stun. Because remember, in PvP, everyone bunches up. They all run to the middle and bunch. Especially their DPS. So you go in, you stun that group, and you drop this. And you one-shot them. I think this can be good because it's guaranteed. Guaranteed. Which means all you have to do is stack crit. And it doesn't matter if they bring Nagas. It doesn't, because it's just going to ignore shields. So I think this guy is definitely PvP offense. The problem with this though is, so if you go in and do that, and maybe they've got like a Zevran with like freaking 90k or something like that, that Zevran's not going to go down, and you're going to need to kill him before time runs out. You're going to kill all the DPS and everything, but now you've got to somehow get that Zevran down in the next 50 seconds. And this should be up again, but then will you have enough? I don't know. I still think it would work. I think it would work if you go that way. Mortal, and what would your off be? Mortal, you don't need accuracy. You don't really need vital because you're just building him to be a glass cannon. You don't even need keen because you don't really need crit rate because this guy's guaranteed to crit. I would say go warding, and the reason why I go warding is because just in the off chance one of their like units tries to CC you, you want to try to resist that. So I would build this guy mortal, warding, crit. I would go attack, crit damage, attack, and I would use him only on arena offense. That's the only place I see this guy being useful. It's weird that he raises crit because he doesn't need crit. This is guaranteed to crit. But yeah, I don't think he's terrible. It's just he's very purpose built for arena offense. Don't put him on defense. Just don't do that to yourself. Yeah, I really agree with that. Yeah, mortal warding. Yeah, your siege tower though is a good pull, man. I really wish I had water siege tower. I wonder what my team would look like here. If I pulled Water Siege Tower, I would pull out Alia. Or I would pull out my Water Naga in my stable team, and I would run Siege Tower instead. That's what I would do. I haven't got a Nat 5 since I started, though. I got really lucky, and when the Archangel banner was up, I spent 400 gems, and I got him. And then when the Blade Master banner was up, I spent about 900, and I got Alia, the Fire Blade Master, so I was really happy. But I haven't been lucky since. I've done maybe off and on, I'll do 100 here, 200 here pulls on the Pirate one. For this current Pirate banner, and I haven't had one yet. But on the Nature, when it was just the Nature Pirate banner, I think I dropped 600 gems and I got him. And he was worth it. I really am a huge fan of Nature Pirate. He's a really great unit. Like, he does a lot of damage. I'm probably going to use him in ED10. I want to 6-star him, though, but I think my Zinnia needs to be 6-starred first, because I use her everywhere. I use Zinnia absolutely everywhere, so it makes sense to... You always want to 6-star the units that you get the most use out of, you know? Alright, level 26. Moving on up. Yeah, Siege Tower is nice for OGD, exactly. I mean, it's not just OGD. I mean, Siege Tower really is just good all the way around. Like, it's a solid unit, and has a really good pull, man. It's a really good pull. If they ever did a Siege Tower banner, I'd be willing to go 3,000 gems to try to pull any Siege Tower. I really would. I would drop 3,000 gems on a Siege Tower. For sure. Siege Tower and Greater Demons, I am 100% willing to go balls deep if they offer an exclusive summon for either one of those. Yeah, I'm getting dry. Oh, my alarm's gonna go off pretty soon. Oh, you're still... Oh, man, I'm sorry. Hang in there, Naj. Hang in there. It's only been, about... Well, I've been on for 2 hours. I think you joined, like, 30 minutes into it. So it's only been, like, an hour and a half. You gotta... I have such a hard time saying this word. You have to preserve... You have to do that word that means hang in there. And see, there you go. See, looks like this one's going to be a wipe. I told you, it's only 95% for my speed team. I'm still going to keep using it, though. It's faster. Yeah, definitely. If anyone in chat is on Asia and has a good rep leader, could give Kenny a hand, that'd be awesome. There you go, buddy. Thanks, Nash. Okay. Oh, Dark BM, that's so nice. Dude, you've got a Dark BM. That's so cool. I wish my BM was elemental neutral, so I could take her to ED10. I might still take Alia to ED10 just to see how she does, because I run a Nature Naga here, so. And this is fire. Only downside is that ED hits way harder. That frickin' roar is just the worst thing on the planet. Oh, there we go. Oh, barely. Barely. Common disc. That's okay. Common disc, believe it or not, are a good thing. Because, I've actually run into issues where I've had a bunch of the two-star, whatever they're called, I forget, the level up fodder, and I didn't have enough two-star fodder, and I had to, I've run out of common disc several times because of that. But I think they changed the rates for that two-star fodder because I used to get a ton of it, and now I'm not getting that much anymore. Yep, stay hydrated, Soft. I really should get a drink right now. My mouth is pretty dry. Maybe when my wife gets up, I'll ask her to bring me one. And there was one of these songs I was listening to on this playlist, and I should have gotten the name of it, but I don't know if anyone here plays console games, but I am going through a console game right now, Persona 5, and there's a song here that sounds just like the intro music for Persona 5, and I can't find it. I wish I had looked up what that name was. Alright. This is too many wipes back to back. I gotta go stable again. Red pot refill? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Kenny. The red pot. What is that? Like, what do you... I'm not sure. Yeah, not the ads? Red pot. Oh, the red potion. Oh, yeah. You know, I've never used the red potion. I've honestly never used it. Here, let's, when one of my units gets damaged, I'll use it. As soon as someone takes, like, because I think you have to have someone damaged to use it, right? Yeah, you do. There we go. Okay. We'll see now. Maybe, I don't know, because if I mouse over it now, does it say when I get that point back, that potion back? You get that from board in the chest. Oh, okay, so those are wards on the boards? Oh, okay. But wait. No, there has to be another way to get it because I've cleared all the legend, so I'll never be able to get 3 pots again. There has to be a, like, maybe you get one every couple of hours or something like that. I know you can watch ads to get them. Maybe that's the way you can get them once you've cleared all the scenarios and boards. I've never used it. I mean, this is the first time I've ever clicked it. Yeah, I know, but I've cleared all the chests and the stages. That's what I'm saying. So if that was the only way to get it, then I would never be able to get 3 again because I have all the chests. So there's either a real life timer of like maybe every 2 or 3 hours you get one, or you can only get it from once you clear the board chest, you can only get it from ads. Because if you go to free, there is an ad you can watch to get one of these. Yeah, so then what that means, Kenny, is you have to, wait, what? Chests randomly appear so they keep coming back? Wait. We have to be talking about different chests. So there's two chests, right? There's chests that are actually on the board screen that you pick up, and they have stuff like units, etc., etc. in there. So there's those chests. Then there's chests you can get while in a scenario that have gold in them. I've never seen the red pots be in those. Because the only way I know is they are random rewards sometimes for the chests that are just like on the board like here. And I actually think they're a mission reward too. And then the other way is in shop and then free. Because you can watch each one of these 3 times. So if you watch this 3 times in a day, you'll refill all your potions. Oh, okay. So you can get them out of the stages in the ones that normally had gold. I did not know that. I guess because I've never used it. Alright. Naj, you just educated me, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because I honestly didn't know you could get potions out of those gold chests. You learn something new every day. I wonder what the timer is, though. Oh, and gems? No way. You can get gems out of those? Dude, it is amazing what I do not know. Like, I thought you could only get a small amount of gold, so when I'm on auto, I never, like, just really quick manual to hit the chest real quick. I always usually skip them, and if they don't get them on their own, I don't worry about it, because the gold amount's not significant. So, now that I know you can actually get gems out of them, maybe I'll start hitting them when I notice. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, for that. I'm sorry. I just been up since 1:30, and I started streaming at like 2 something. So I'm a little tired. That's what happens when you have insomnia, though. You wake up, can't go back to sleep, and you're just up. And then your morning and your whole day is just, it drags. What makes it worse is I'm not a coffee person at all. I am not a coffee person. So that doesn't help. Oh, crap. I didn't even see what happened there. I was too busy paying attention to something else. Did I change my team? But even this one isn't 100%. It's like I said, it's like 95, 98%. It's all because of frickin' HP. I really need more HP and defense on my Xenia and on my Snake Lady. But I am not getting lucky with drops. Yeah, I think you're right. I think everyone is. Well, because it's super early morning here in the US. Because I started streaming at like 2. So, and I'm in California. So, on the West Coast, it was actually 5 when I started. And most people are getting up, getting ready for their day, getting ready to go to work. Because it's, you know, it's a weekday. So, it kind of makes sense. It makes sense. kill that. Sorry guys, I'm multitasking. I was got an email I had to respond to. Dude! Okay, Naj, first of all, you've just mentioned the best unit in the game, and congrats to you, sir. Dark B is amazing. I am honestly, this is not a joke, I'm 120% serious. I'm gonna 6-star my Dark B. I really am. That's not even a joke. He is already 3-star. I just gotta I gotta level some other units first, but once I get him to 3-star max, he will instantly be 4-star, and then 5 and 6. Because I am dedicating myself to the best unit in the game, Dark B. It's even locked, so I make sure that I do not accidentally sell it. This thing is awesome. Like, I'm gonna start a petition to have an Ascension for Dark B. The only 1-star that needs an Ascension is this unit right here. Dude, like, they gotta do something special for this guy. He's just awesome. And if you look where you get him from in the mystery crate, oh, I don't think the mystery crate shows. Yeah, okay, so the mystery crate doesn't show in OBS. But when you click on the information and look at the mystery crate drop rates, the drop rate for Dark B is 1.6% chance. 1.6% chance. So, if you get him, if you've been blessed by RNGesus to get him, you should be rewarded. And he needs an Ascension. He really does. I'm just a huge fan of Dark B. Dude, Dark B is awesome. So, it's one of those things where we say Dark B is awesome, but it's just because the unit is, the joke is, the unit is so rare and hard to get, and there's really, honestly, there's no point to it. There really isn't. I like the art, I like the way the bees look, so I'm legitimately getting mine to 6-star, and I legitimately want to see it get buffed. My alarm's going off. Hold on a second, guys. Alright. So I really want to see her get buffed. But that's the joke. Just because of how rare she is. And she's gray on top of that. So her skills aren't anything to laugh. There's nothing great about it. But I'm going to build mine on Rapid. And actually, let's just gear her now. Let's do it. I'm going to go Rapid, because she has stun. Let's go Rapid Precision. That's what we're going to do. We're gonna gear her right on stream. You know what? You think I'm crazy? Put 6-star gear on this? Yes, I am crazy. We are putting 6-star gear on my Dark B. You just saw it here live on stream. That happened. I'm not removing it either. Alright, let's see. Okay, we'll go attack. Alright, that makes sense. Or do I have, since I'm going to go precision, do I have a good precision bracer? Alright. It's got crit rate. It's got accuracy because I want to land that sun. Do we do this? Or do we go with the rapid bracer? And go attack. You know what? Do we really need the stun to land now? We don't need the stun to land. We don't need it. We don't need it. Get out of here. Who cares about that? Alright. Let's check out a helm. I want crit rate. We got crit damage. Alright, let's take a look at precision. Oh, we got the precision. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of accuracy there. Oh, we've got accuracy and... Ooh, I might need this for another unit, though. We won't use this one. We won't use this one, because I think I can use this on another unit. We will go with this one, because it's only 3%, and my rolls aren't that lucky. Okay, let's level this one. If both of them go into accuracy, we're not going to use this for B, because this could actually be useful on another unit. Oh, come on. Go into HP. I want to use this on the B. Don't you dare go into... It never does this when I want to... Okay, there we go. Alright. This isn't that great, so it's going to go on the B. Oh, no, no. Wrong one. Wrong one. No. Do we pay to remove it? Do we pay to remove it? It's 25k, isn't it? Oh, 50. Ah, we remove it. Yeah, you saw me do it. Yes, you just did see me do that. I am insane. It's the lack of sleep. It's making me delirious. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I actually paid to remove. I know, it's crazy. But I'm blaming 100% the sleep. Alright, let's go... Okay, this could be useful on another unit. So I can't use that one. This could be useful on another unit if they both go into accuracy. If they both go into accuracy, we're not going to use this one. We're not going to use it. If they both go into resistance, then we'll use it on the B. Oh, okay, yeah, so I don't even have to keep going. This isn't... Well, let's see. Let's just... I'll go all 6 into it, just to see where the point winds up. Oh, wow. 11% though is kind of nice. Nah, we're not going to use it. We're going to go this one. But then there's no attack or anything. Okay, here we go. Crit damage, attack. I can't imagine who else... but it's crit rate and crit damage. That could be useful other places. Attack and accuracy could be useful. Okay, so these are actually pretty useful. So we're going to take this one, which rolled terribly. Like, it went 2 points. Like, how did this even get split up? Because this wouldn't have been 3%. It had to go 2 in the defense with the lowest roll. I don't even know how that... Anyway, it's crappy, so it's going to go there. Alright, let's see. Rapid. What do I got for rapid shoulders? Okay, attack speed and attack speed. These are not that great, so it's perfect. Let's see if I have precise, though. Do I have anything precise I could throw here? No, not max HP, not defense. Okay. That's not the greatest. Oh, it's got crit rate. That's got crit damage. Okay, definitely not that one. Let's go with this guy. Move speed and crit rate. Alright, so our... Alright, and now let's equip the gloves. We've got to go rapid on this one. Hey, we did stack a lot of, I say a lot, sparing. I use that term loosely. We did stack a lot of crit rate on it. So let's go crit damage. Why not? Let's go crit damage. We'll, oh wow, crit damage attack. That could be useful on someone until I get good filler. Actually, this one. Let's actually go this attack glove. I mean, this isn't... I mean, we all know this isn't great. There we go. Alright. We have now taken our B to the next level. Okay, good. So now we know. Thanks for the extra confirmation there. Okay, oh, Nanj, that's a good idea. Because I've heard it can take a few refreshes to get Light Boon. It didn't in my case. I got it pretty quick. But it's probably a smart move. A smart move. There we go. There's our Light B. We have 26% crit. So he's got a 1 in 4 chance to crit. He's got 51% crit damage. Alright. Our Dark B's coming along, guys. He's coming along. This is going to be the best unit right there. Alright. So that nonsense is done. Let's go back to farming. Alright, here we go. Man, you guys have been an awesome group. Really? I like all of you. You're awesome. You're sitting here and struggling through my insanity. And that's not an easy thing to do. I'm sure my wife sympathizes with you. She's put up with my craziness for 21 years, so... I'm sure she knows exactly how you all feel sitting here watching me do this stuff. This song is really not... Man, I really haven't gotten any great drops. I mean, I've actually farmed this the last, I think this is going to be my second week or so farming this, and I have yet to get my 6-star accuracy precision bracer. That's what I'm looking for. And then I'm looking for a 6-star max HP main stat gloves. Have got neither yet. I did get some good accessory bracers though. Like I got a 5-star sturdy accessory bracer that I believe I have on Zinnia. Probably gonna stream for another 15-30 minutes. So I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours at that point. So I do gotta get ready for work. I have like work in 56 minutes, so start at 6 a.m. Oh wow, talk about 6 stars and I get something, but it's a terrible 6-star. It's flat attack and resistance. Like there's no one I want to use this on. Even if they both went into resistance, you come out with like 20 plus resistance, unless it rolled like crit rate for the next sub and went max roll. And I think on a 6-star, a max roll for crit rate is 9 or 8. So it'd have 8% crit, and then it would have to roll 8% like crit damage, and then it might be worth it. Nah, I'd rather take the 10k. Nah, why spend the money on a lot of maybes? I'll just take the 10k, move on with my life. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, man. Whew. I am tired. You know, what I also want to build is kind of a, like, this is way down the road when, you know, you get to that point kind of like where you have a bunch of 6 stars, you know, you have pretty much everything on farm and you're just experimenting. I do want to level one of these tank units, these little robot dudes on a ball. I want to level one of them. They seem like an interesting unit. It just, I don't want to invest in them right now because there's a lot of actual useful units. I could be leveling like the Nature Scion, like KC, which is the dark ranger. So like once I get all those out of the way, I am going to get into the more unusual ones. And of course, the whole time I'll always be leveling Dark B parallel to all that because he's going to get 6-star. It's going to be slow, but it's going to happen. Hopefully by the time I get him 6-star max, Gameloft will give him an Ascension. You hear that, Gameloft? Ascension for Dark B. It's a requirement. It's necessary for the game's meta that Dark B gets an Ascension. I'm actually going to even level his gear. I'm going to plus 15 it. No joke. I'm going to go all the way with Dark B. It's going to be max level 60, 6-star gear, all plus 15. Even a flat stat slot's going to make plus 15. This is going to happen. Slowly. It's not going to be like tomorrow on my next stream I'll have a max one. But no, it's going to happen eventually. So about another 10 minutes or so. Plus 15 1-star gear. I am crazy now, trust me. I have a little insanity in me. But I'm not that crazy. Because my reasoning is, if I give him semi-decent gear at 6-star and I plus 15 it, if the novelty wears off for me, I can at least strip that gear off and use it on other people. But 1-star gear, I'm kind of like, what are you gonna do with it, right? Plus, when I get him to max, I mean everything max, I'm gonna actually use him. Why not? Like, I'm gonna put him in. I plan on my plan is to put him in my arena offense team at that point, and then make a series of videos on specifically Dark B PvP. I'm gonna build a whole team around Dark B being my DPS, and I'm gonna start a whole YouTube video series on it, on his adventures in PvP. It is likely going to fail horribly, and I see it being him being kind of like I don't know how long you've been gaming, but Street Fighter introduced a character called Dan, and Dan was just terrible. He was he had the same model as Ken and Ryu, and the kind of same moveset, but all of his moves were just weak and terrible. So that's how I kind of envision Dark B, as the Dan of Dungeon Heroes Champions. That's my plan. And I don't see it changing. Because I always like, in every game, I pick a totally worthless unit that I level and have just a good time with them. In Summoner's War, if I remember correctly, I think it was Devilmon that I leveled. Oh, you know what? I don't, Nanj. I've thought about it, but because I'm at a point in the game where I still need to farm, I still need to level, and if I'm running 5v5, I'm not doing that. Oh, you can't seem to play it as in like a technical reason, like you get an error or something? Or you can't play it as you're just not good at it? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Whew, boy. Oh, so, okay, what that is, and I hate to say it, Nanj, because I think you were the one that was talking about it earlier, and actually what you just said right there is correct. It's likely no one in Asia is playing it, because if it's not that popular there, I mean, you know, you're not going to have anyone that's also searching that you'll be able to team up with. The best thing that you're going to be able to do, and what I would recommend, is Game Loft with Update 1 is going to be adding better communication. You're going to be able to direct message and whisper people. So what you're likely going to have to do is wait till that comes out, and then through your friends list, like whisper your friends and be like, hey, you guys want to start a 5v5 match? I think that's really what you're going to have to do on a lower population servers like Asia. Hopefully it picks up in Asia though. That's the idea, right? Is that did it just release there, or has it been out for a while? Because I don't know if they did a simultaneous release globally. That's why I asked. Oh man. Ooh, snap out of it, Val. Snap out of it. Oh, we are out of energy. I think I'll do one more energy refresh, and then I'm going to call it stream. So I do have to get ready for work. One more energy refill. I don't know why I always exit all the way out of here. I should just click the stupid button when it comes up. Now, I wasn't expecting to get anyone this early. I'm really grateful, you guys. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it. It does help me. It does help the stream. I'm very, very appreciative of it. Thank you. Just so you know, I do normally stream. I'm going to start streaming on Thursdays. I used to stream on Wednesdays, but then I found out that's when the sponsored streamers stream, so I don't want to. I'm a small channel. I don't want to like compete with them. So I'm going to stream on Thursdays, and I always stream on Saturdays. I stream on Saturdays from 9:30 a.m. from 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And for Thursdays, I'm likely going to stream from between 5 and 6 p.m. to maybe like not too long, maybe an hour and a half, like 6:30, 7:30. So about an hour and a half stream on Thursdays and a 3-hour stream on Saturdays. I must have a lot of summons from farming. I do. And if you do want to see me summon, I save up all my summons that I get during the week for my Saturday streams. So, yeah, you do need 20 more. That's correct. Yes, from Light Demon King. That's 100% correct, Kenny. And it's just random drop chance. Higher levels do not guarantee, do not increase the drop rate. They just increase the amount of shards that drop. And yeah, it is a random drop. Yeah, it's random. Yes, correct. It is nature today. No, they all drop different shards. Nature drops the Nature Valkyrie, which is 100% worth getting. It is worth farming for her shards. She's also pretty common in summons. I don't know how often you summon, but she tends to come up, at least for me, she comes up a lot. But if you want to guarantee that you get her because she is a really good support unit, Kenny, then you can farm her today. But if I were you, I would say a higher priority would be Xenia, because a stripper is very important. Oh yeah, Nature Valk is important, but I would prioritize Light Boon over Nature Valk because she is pretty common in summons. Like, I mean, but you could just have the RNG where you don't really get it. So, but get your Light Boon first. Save your gems for the Light Boon refresh. Once you get her, if you just don't have any luck getting the Nature Valkyrie, then I would farm you can farm the Nature Bull for that. Yeah, save your gems for energy for farming Light Boon Sister. Yes, definitely. It's hard to say, Kenny. It really is. It's hard to say. You could get lucky and get it in 250 energy. It could take you several. You just don't know. Oh, you want to see damage report, Saul? Alright. No problem, sir. No problemo. It's a super slow team now. It won't be interesting. My speed team has way more interesting. Oh yeah, sure. TK gear, no problem. Just so you know, I have my TK built support, so if you're looking to see what his damage is, it's non-existent. Because he's not built that way. My TK is just there to live, so he can do his skill cooldown on 1, and for his leader skill. He has really no other point. Oh yeah, a lot of people are having that same issue because they maybe built their team a little too heavily around Mark, but the Game Loft did mention to us that, you know, it was still broken and not to rely too heavily on it. Mark is the one debuff that kind of looks like the little arrow pointing down on the boss, and it increases damage by 20%. All damage by 20%. Alright. Let's take a look at the... There we go. There you go, Saw. Actually, he's doing more damage than before. I didn't change anything. Oh, I did change something on him. You know what? I did change a piece of gear out. I forgot about that. Sorry. He's actually out-damaging Snake Lady, which is just odd. So there's the damage report, and let's get you a look at his gear. So I'm running Adept, Sturdy. Now the reason why I'm running Sturdy is for the Bracer and the accuracy. So that's why I'm running Sturdy. And for all my supports, these are the subs I look for are max HP, defense, flat HP, even though it's not flat HP, that's what I look for. Flat HP, and then the fourth I really don't care about. But all my supports, that's the subs I want. Max HP, defense percent, and then flat HP. So that's the Bracer. That's the Pendant. That's the Helm. The chest. And I probably have this here for the accuracy. That's the shoulders. And this is the one I changed out. Oh, you want to see overall stats too? Sorry about that, sir. So there's the shoulders, and then there's the bracers. This is new. I did swap this out. That's why his damage is higher. I forgot I changed that. Alright, and then overall stats is right there. This is new. I did swap this out. That's why his damage is higher. I forgot I changed that. Alright, and then overall stats is right there. Hey, it's no problems. I'm glad. Hopefully, if my gear and build can help you out, I'm really happy about that. But he's not the best. I mean, I still need to replace the chest. The thing is, I'm hesitant because I'm a big fan of 100% accuracy on my debuffers. So I would need something with at least 11% before I swapped it out. Oh, because I swapped this out and I went with more attack. So what that did for me is you got to consider I'm not just getting the attack from this, I'm also getting the amplification from Mark. So I'm getting more damage from Mark and his damage over time. He stacks 2 stacks of damage over time typically. And so if you when you look at my report again, look how the uptime of the OGD. I keep saying damage over time because in every other game it's called dots. Oh, it crashed. Oh, it crashed, guys. I gotta relaunch it. Okay, so his OGD is going to do a ton of damage. And remember, OGD is affected by Mark, so you will do bonus damage. So that's why his is so high. Whereas Snake Ladies, they only get damage from their OGD. You can build a Snake Lady attack, but it's not going to do anything really. What's your attack subs though? Are you only running attack on main stat for gloves, bracer, and hands? Because if that's it, that could be why. If you notice on my gear pieces, I also had attack subs as well. Like here, we'll take a look at it again. So see, like here I have 10%. None on that one. None on that one. It's only 4%. And then here, not that much. 26 KP, 66 accuracy. What's the set you're using, Saul? What's the 2 gear sets? 520, 87 attack. Adept, okay. And what's your 2-piece? got... So you've got 1600 attack? What's my attack? Precision, okay. So I've got 939 attack. I'm guessing, I think I know what it is. It's going to be your 66% accuracy. Your debuffs aren't landing as often as mine. So your OGD isn't up enough. That's going to be my guess. Because I had the same issue with my snake. With every unit I have that has OGD, I had the same issue. And I know Game Lock only says over 60%. Oh, yeah, my skill ups. There we go. Oh, you don't have any skill ups? We forgot about... Dude, we forgot an obvious one, Saw. That is an obvious one. So here's my skill ups. Temporal Flux, skill 1. And then here, skill 2. Or skill, yeah. And then there we go. 2251, so 225. So you're gonna get more here. And then 1. No, you've got... Okay, so this is why. It could be the skill 1's just doing more damage. Yeah, I know. I know. But, dude, my luck is my next 4 are all going to go into this when I get more. That's going to be my luck because that's just how I roll. So what I'm hoping is on my Saturday stream. Right now, this is what I have for my summons on Saturday stream. I've got 8 of these guys. Oops, I didn't mean to go all the way back. I've got 8 of these guys. I've got 18 of these. 1 of these. 2 of these. So I'm hoping I get, first of all, I hope I get more shards and stuff before Saturday. But I'm hoping for TKs for skill ups. I'm like so hungry for that last skill up. I really am. But and luckily I do have great luck on TKs. I've actually pulled 3 water, 3 manas from Common Disc. Not back to back, but yeah, oh yeah. And I've actually pulled 3 of them from there. All manas, all the water ones. Oh yeah, saw it. It can because it's 3-star. Common Disc Summon 1 to 3-star, buddy. So that's why. Manas isn't a 4-star, he's 3.
Gift box, skinny jeans, small tees, Jordans, and thrift socks. The chicks rock yoga pants, sweaters, and smart scarves. And congregated clubs, coffee shops, and the dog parks. It all starts late. People wait at the gate. The gatekeeper think we ain't equal. Security hate people and straight treat you like 3 stacks and outcasts. Those with clout pass, the rest folk out cash. As you enter the spot, temperatures hot. Young ballers spinning. And
it's never a bad thing to do common summons. You always need fodder. If you do decide like you're gonna start burning through your commons, Saw. What I recommend is you feed your 1-stars into your 2-stars, and then use other 2-stars to evolve those. That's what I would recommend. That's what I do. So, and then keep your 2-stars so you can level those to 3-stars. That's my plan. And I do use my 2-stars as well to promote the 2-star max fodder. I forget what they're called. Star something, Star Puzzle Puffs. The 2-star Puzzle Puffs. There we go. That was a tongue twister. Yep, and that's what you need to do, Nosh. You're doing the right thing, my friend. Water is going to serve you very well. I honestly think in the first balance pass, and again, guys, don't take this as like the gospel because I'm definitely not an insider. I don't have a direct connection to Gameloft. But I think the first balance pass, they're going to nerf OGD, damage over time, and they're going to nerf Manas. I really think so. Because the reason why I say that is I remember them making a comment. I don't know if it was in Discord or on their live stream about they're always looking at the meta and ways to change it. That's pretty much what they said. And right now, the current meta is cooldown reduction and Manus and Adept. Like, Adept is everywhere. Like, everyone has Adept. So it's like, I have a feeling because that's the current meta, they're going to do something to change that up. Whether that's nerf or reduce the effectiveness of it or whatever the case may be, I think that's what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. I could be completely wrong, way off base, but that's just what I think is going to happen. Because there's so many good units out there, but no one's using them because of the current meta, because everyone says, hey, this is what you got to use, so that's what everyone's using. So they're going to do something to make people be more diverse. Which I'm okay with. But it sucks when they do. I mean, again, I don't know if that's what we're going to do. That's 100% a guess. Completely came out of my posterior. It might be wrong, it might be right. I honestly don't know. But whatever they do, what sucks is that when the balance happens, and why I'm not a big fan of nerfing units is people invest so much time into teams and then they have to go in and rebuild them because now they're not effective at whatever it is they used to do. Now, I'm not talking about bugs. I don't mean like the Mark. How Mark was bugged, that's not what I'm talking about. But a lot of times in balance patches, they'll say, oh, well, Water Naga was too strong, so we had to nerf him slightly. But then we had noticed that Fire TK was too weak, so we had to buff him. So all those people who invested in Water Naga are like, oh man, you know, he was slightly too strong, but now because of whatever they changed, the minus 5% damage or whatever, he's not as effective and they can't do their runs anymore, so they have to look at another solution. That's why I'm not a fan of nerfs. I'm more a fan of bringing other units up to that same level. So what I would like to see happen is instead of them saying, oh, Water Naga's too powerful, well, we're going to bring these other units up to that kind of level. Yeah, and again, they might not do it. Dude, Naj, don't even worry, man. Don't even worry. Like, I could be wrong. I don't have any inside information. I just have a feeling that's what it's going to be. Like, I would think, here's my theory. If they do it, I think what they're going to say is they're not really going to nerf him, but what they're going to say is, okay, you can't stack multiple cooldown reduction effects, right? So it's going to say, if you have the cooldown effect from Adept, then you can't have, then the leader skill from Manus isn't going to matter. But his skill 1 will still matter. I mean, that's what I think they'll do. So it's really not a direct nerf of Manus, but it lets people try things. One, it would do two things. One, it'd be like, okay, so now, since you know either you have your Adept skill cooldown or you have Manus' skill cooldown, you can make a choice and say, well, I'll run Brutal on this one unit now instead of Adept, and then I'll run Manus' leader skill to get the cooldown reduction. So it actually gives you more of a choice on how you want to build your team. And then you can say, well, I'm going to run Adept and I'll run someone else's leader skill now instead of Manus since I can't stack cooldown effects. So that could be what they do. I mean, I don't know. That's what I think. So it wouldn't really be a direct nerf to Manus. It'd be more of a nerf to cooldown reduction. But my feeling is the community would see it as a nerf to Manus. That's just how I see it. If they do it, who knows? Who knows? But it is getting late for me, guys. I got like 28 minutes before work starts. So I know I said I was going to finish out this energy. I'm actually not going to do that. This is going to be the last run for me. And then I got to get ready to hit the JOB that pays for my in-app purchases in this game. So I really appreciate everyone coming out. I will be doing streams on Thursday. All my stream times are Pacific Standard Time. I do normally stream on Saturdays from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I do summons during that time period. It is a collection of all of the shards and discs that I picked up during the week. But I really thank you guys for staying with me, hanging out, subscribing on my I Can't Sleep Insomnia stream. I hope everyone has a great day, and thanks.